first up, topic number one is the big fight we've been talking about for a while. That's Poirier versus McGregor, fight number 3. Brandon, we mentioned this a couple of months ago about how this could be a massive fight, how McGregor might have even lost the second fight to really promote the third fight, to make it more of a fight that everybody wants to see. Now it's here, and this is a massive fight coming up on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, another quick question. Do you know the price yet?
I do not. I do not.
Because I'm like, I kind of want to order it. And here's the thing I was even talking about months ago. McGregor, like, rope-a-dopes everybody into making a boatload of money. And so it's like he won that first fight going away, clearly was dominant. Then in that second fight, Poirier just looked like he was kind of the dominant one. It was like a whole reversal of roles. But I honestly, like I said, I had called it. And I'm telling you, go back. I wish producer Ben could pull it up for you right now. I called it saying I think it was just a rope-a-dope tactic so he could get this third fight and make a boatload of money and then win the fight on top of it and have won the trilogy fight, you know, the trilogy series between Poirier. And so I really think if there's a fight to watch between these two, I think this is the one. You generally don't see like a fourth fight between fighters, not so soon at least. So I think this trilogy, you're going to get the best of both fighters. And honestly, I follow Conor McGregor on Twitter. He has been looking amazing with the training that he's putting out. I mean, he honestly looks like he's gained another 10 or 15 pounds just in muscle right now. And I mean, I just saw him killing out miles on a mountain bike on the road the other day. So he's got his cardio up. He's got his power up. And we all know he's a skilled fighter. I'm looking to see Conor McGregor win this fight, and I'm looking to see him win it by strikes. And strikes is his main thing. That's his go-to thing. And I think in the second fight, he was a little too much on the defense. He was a little too much on the defense. When he tried to come inside, Poirier was hitting him with those leg strikes. He clearly said he was going to be ready for those leg strikes this time. And I think we're going to see Conor McGregor be a little bit more aggressive. And like I said, I expect him to win this fight by strikes. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to go to the distance. So let's say maybe, I don't know, with championship rounds, it's 5. If it's a championship, if it's not a championship, it's 3 rounds. So I don't know. If it's a championship, it could go 2 or 3. If it's not a championship, I think look for McGregor to end it in the second round.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I mean, McGregor's been mostly successful knocking guys out in the first round, especially. I mean, 19 of his 22 wins are by knockout. 17 of those by either knockout or submission have happened in the first round. So McGregor likes to go to work early, and that's how he usually beats guys. So I think if Poirier gets out of the first round, gets deep into the second round, he actually beat McGregor last time by knockout in the second round. So both these guys, I think, are going to go at it early. I don't think this is going to last more than 3 rounds, I would say, tops, unless they really, are kind of seeing the same thing and saying, let's, milk this as much as possible and let this fight go on, for as long as possible. But, once people subscribe to the fight, it kind of doesn't matter. But, it'll be interesting to see what they try to do here because they both have kind of similar styles in the fact that they like to get going early and try to knock guys out early. But I saw a lot of written up about how this could be one of the most anticipated fights in UFC history. And, we talked about, third fights in the past trilogies, especially in boxing with Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, and then even a little bit further down the line, but not even now in the distant past, Gotti and Mickey Ward, their third fight. The third fights are never usually the greatest fights, but because there's so much anticipation and because there's 2 guys that have beat each other once already, it's just already just this awesome fight that people are looking forward to. Sometimes the beginning of the fight's kind of awkward. You see that in different trilogies too. So it's just going to be so many stories and things coming up about this fight. So I think this is going to be an awesome fight. This is going to be great for the UFC. And since they didn't, they needed to get any more popular, this is now a huge main event for the UFC.
I think this is going to be huge for both fighters, obviously. I mean, Poirier has never really been a big household name, but he's set to make a lot of money off these 3 fights. And I think, honestly, that's the name of the game, right? And that's the bottom line. They're professional fighters. They want to get paid the most they can so they can kind of retire from this combat sports and, go on with the rest of their life. Conor McGregor has obviously been doing that at the max, almost like a Floyd Money Mayweather. You could call him Conor Money McGregor, to be honest. And I expect this to be a big fight. Like I said, I'm really thinking about doling out some cash. But honestly, if you look to the left here, I didn't know it, but honestly, the POS, Greg Hardy, is on the ballot, and I didn't know that. And if anybody knows about Greg Hardy, go back and look at his history. I'm not a fan of that guy at all, and so I'm a little disappointed that he'll be getting some of these pay-per-view dollars because, like I said, the guy is a POS in my opinion. I wish I could say that. I don't know. Can we say that on here?
We'll stick with POS for right now. But I hope he gets his ASS kicked in that fight. Yes.
I agree to that. I really hope. I'll be rooting for Tuivasa or whatever that guy's name is to beat up on Greg Hardy. But yeah, we all want to see the main event, obviously, Conor McGregor versus Poirier in the Trilogy fight. And like I said, if we'll be covering it, we have to cover it because I called it that it was going to be a rope-a-dope. So we're going to have to cover the outcome. But look forward to it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now because we'll be talking about the outcome of that fight.